Second recipe. Okay, we're done with cutaneous respiration. Let's move forward. Commoners, or the common respiratory organs found. So, for example, arthropods, commonly in insects. We have the tracheal system, as shown earlier. Here, the tracheal system. And then we have the lungs for most of the aquatic animals kasi may mga not aquatic animals, terrestrial animals, and then gills for your aquatic animals. Okay, so gills, amphibians, fish, tadpole, lungs, you have your birds, mammals, and lungfish. So merong fish na merong lungs. Okay, so here, problem ng tubig, as what was said earlier, due to low amount of oxygen per volume, its energy cost is higher compared to air. Mas mabigat, mas konting O2, mas maraming kukuning water just to get the same amount of O2 that you can get sa same volume ng sa air. So ventilation is present if oxygen is minimal. Ano ba yung ventilation, di ba? Example ng ventilation, yung meron tayong bintana sa ating bahay. Bakit tayo may bintana? So that mas madaling pumasok yung hangin at mas madaling makalabas yung waste gases. So, for animals, for organism, ang definition ng ventilation or function ng ventilation is that it increase contact between respiratory medium and respiratory surface. Ayun ang importance ng ventilation. Without ventilation, region of high O2 concentration and region of high CO2 concentration will occur. So, ano mangyayari nun? Doon sa discussion natin about residual volume, tumataas yung residual volume kasi hindi nare-release yung waste gases. So, anong ginawa ng mga animals to prevent this from happening? So, unang-una nga yung ventilation. So, this is an example of how we humans ventilate, di ba? Kapag nag-hyperventilate, yan, gumagamit tayo ng bag, and then we'll breathe in the air, and then exhale, breathe air, exhale. So, ayun yung nangyayari. So, how does a fish ventilate? So, they swim against the current. Ito yung tinidiscuss natin regarding counter current exchange. Ito here, physically, yung mga isda, they move against the current. So, ano nangyari? Mas maraming tubig ang pumapasok sa bibig nila. So, what's the consequence of this method of ventilation? Ang mangyayari, because of countercurrent exchange, water moves opposite the direction of blood. Gills are highly extensive, lessens the energy cost, breathing, taking in O2 from water. So, still with countercurrent exchange, ensures the presence of a diffusion gradient between the respiratory medium, which is the water, and transporting medium, which is the blood. And it is very efficient. For example, kung 5% lang O2 na matatagpuan sa water, almost all of that 5% na O2 ay nakukuha ng mga isda. Okay? So, ano bang ginagawa ng isda? So, let's say, itong isdang to, lumalangoy, lumalangoy siya. Okay? So, ano nangyayari? So, nagwe-wave. So, ang ginagawa ng isda is lulunukin niya yung tubig. Lulunukin. So, ayan no ngayon kung nalulunok niya yung tubig ng ganon. Madali nang pumapasok yung water papunta sa bibig niya, and saan ba makikita yung gills? Yung gills makikita dito sa may back ng jaw niya. So, papasok yung water. Pagsara ng mouth, lalabas yung water. Pagbukas ng mouth, papasok yung water. Pagsara, lalabas yung water sa operculum. So, ano nangyayari? Kasi dahil sa countercurrent exchange, so let's say here, countercurrent flow, pag pumasok yung water, yung oxygen will meet, the red blood cell will always meet the water that contains high O2 concentration. Unlike this one, sa countercurrent exchange, there will come a time na kung saan mas marami na yung concentration ng hindi mas marami, mag-i-equal na yung concentration ng oxygen sa blood tsaka yung oxygen sa water. Question nyo, paano nagiging mas marami yung O2? Or laging mas marami yung O2 sa water? Tignan nyo to. Ito, siya yung pinakamaraming oxygen na blood. Okay, kasi nag-travel na siya dito. But, itong part na to, ito yung kakapasok pa lang sa bibig ng isda. So, let's say, siya yung merong 5% na oxygen o kung gawin natin 100%. 100% oxygen. So, let's say, ito 90%, ito 100%. So, ta-transfer ka dun sa blood. So, maging, let's say, 100%. Naging 90% na to, ito, nandito, 80% pa lang. So, magiging 90% siya, maging 70 to. 60%, 70, so on and so forth. Para mas madaling makita, ito, you have your counter current exchange and concurrent exchange. Here, itong una, this is concurrent. Look at this one. 100% pumasok yung tubig sa bibig ng isda. Dahil sa concurrent, parehas lang ang direction, 0% yung oxygen ng blood, maraming oxygen na matatransfer sa blood. So, maganda. We think that it's good. Yan, 70%, 30%, may concentration gradient ka pa rin. 50%, and then you have 50%. Dito lang nangyayari yung exchange of gases. Unlike this one, ito yung blood. Ito yung huling-huling blood na dumaan sa gills. Ito pa lang, papasok pa lang yung water. So, pumasok yung water, 100%, punong-puno na oxygen. Dahil 90% lang to, ano mangyari? Transfer, 10%. Nabawasan ng oxygen yung water. Dahil mas mababa to, transfer. Mataas, transfer. Mas mataas, transfer. Let's say 10% to, ito 5%, transfer. All throughout sa gills, merong transfer. There will be diffusion. Okay? So, it is efficient. It's good. Kahit na konti ang oxygen na contain ng water, because of countercurrent exchange, na-utilize lahat, nagagamit lahat, or almost lahat ng O2 found in the water. Okay? So, enough with the gills. Moving on with the tracheal system. So, paano ba nag-work to? First, you have the spiracles. The spiracles serve as their nostrils. The tracheae, so para tong bronchus or the larger structure found in your lungs. Air sacs are like bellows, are like aspirator, taga-higop, taga-release ng gases. And then you have the tracheals. The tracheals are the structures that are directly connected sa cells. Sa tracheal system, you do not need the circulatory system in order to deliver the gases. So, anong mangyari? Hihinga si cockroach, ang gagawin, pull the air in. So, parang aspirator lang. Pasok yung air sa spiracle, punta sa trachea, dadaan sa trachea, and then you have these tracheals, pupunta sa tracheals, and then directly sa cells. Gagamitan ng cells, cell respire, and then pupunta sa tracheals once na relax, contracto, and then afterwards magre-relax, ipupush. Okay? So parang aspirator lang, kuha, deliver, balik, and then push. Ayun po yung sa tracheal system. Tracheal system, direct transport of gas between respiring cells and respiratory medium. It is tubular structure, trachea, large tube, plural niya, tracheae. Spiracles are the opening to the outside. Tracheal, fine tubes directly connected to the cells. So, bakit maganda yung tracheal system sa insects, lalo sa mga flying insects? Kapag lumilipad yung mga flying insects, they are actually fanning their spiracles. So, ang nangyayari is that maraming gases ang nakakapasok sa body ng insects. Ang flying is a very energy expensive activity, so they need to ventilate their cells, or they have to get in more O2 para lang makalipad. So, imagine na lang nostrils ang ginagamit nila. Hihinga sila ng hihinga, baka kulangin sila ng O2 para lang makalipad. Okay. So, that will be it for the second part.